Good day, everyone. My name is Laurisa Nuria Adara, and we are from Group 6A. In this video, we are presenting our analysis on our company, Netflix, from a communication perspective. There will be 5 parts of our presentation that will be explained by every member of our group. The first part starts with how our company narrates itself to the public, customers, and stakeholders. Netflix labels itself as the market leader in the entertainment industry and a pioneer in the movie streaming service industry. Our company runs business by selling subscription-based streaming service that provides the experience of streaming various TV series, movies, and even documentaries with a wide range of genre and language. On Netflix, you can watch a lot of Hollywood movies, Korean dramas, environmental documentaries, and many more interesting contents. As a leader of the entertainment industry and a pioneer of streaming service, our company has a vision to entertain the world. Starting in 1997 as a DVD rental company, Netflix already has a purpose to entertain its customers. To achieve this purpose, Netflix has established 10 values in the company culture, which are judgment, communication, curiosity, courage, passion, selflessness, innovation, inclusion, integrity, and impact. Even after transitioning into a movie streaming company, our company continues its vision to entertain the customers by providing excellent streaming service. Netflix has also appealed to increase their service availability by expanding its business to a worldwide range by making its service available in 190 countries with more than 209 million subscribers all around the world. Now, I am going to explain how our company appeals to investors. Of course, Netflix established the image of a market leader who has succeeded in business. In the investor relation website, we publish financial data that will attract potential investor. Therefore, in that website, our company displayed the financial data, which includes more than $39 billion of total asset, more than $14 billion of revenue in the second quarter of 2021, and more than $3 billion of net income in the same quarter. And lastly, 27.6 of market shares in the video streaming service industry in the US. Our company does this so that it can appeal as profitable and reliable to potential investors and also to prove that it is worth it to invest in Netflix. And that's all for my explanation. The next part of our presentation will be explained by my teammates.
Hi, my name is Maria Arvania, and in this presentation, I will identify the external narrative towards Netflix company, and I will be more focusing on the question: are there challenges to the story? So the answer is, of course, yes. So I'll be split it into four. The first is Netflix known as a pioneer, and the second one is the Netflix content, and the third is the followers, and the last one is the price. So, talking about Netflix as a pioneer, it is true that Netflix is the first company that is engaged in streaming videos and renting DVDs. So it can be said that Netflix is a legend. Can be said also from a platform that is easy to use and easy to remember by looking at the logo, and it is also bring an enthusiasm for its customer that have been waiting for Netflix. For example, like when Netflix entering Indonesia when in 2016, this is something that Indonesian people have been waiting for because of the hype. Even it appears a labeling towards Netflix. For example, when people wants to watch a movie, they tend to say that I want to watch Netflix instead of I want to watch a movie. However, according to an article that published by the media.com, the author says that as the time goes by, the heyday of the Netflix will decline. It is because the presence of the competitors in the same field, such as Disney, Hulu, and etc. etc. And Forbes also mentioned that is the current level of Netflix person is almost in the same level with traditional television. And the next one is And the second one is the content of Netflix. As we can see, Netflix content is very diverse and people can receive the content well, not only from the West but also reaching out to Asia. We know that there's a lot of Korean dramas, and in fact, Netflix is also has so many original series that are popular with viewers from various countries. This is certainly a plus point for Netflix. But there are some obstacles experienced by Netflix customers, such as the limited content, because there is some content that's not available in the certain countries, so this can cause disappointment for the certain people that are willing to pay for the subscription. And in addition, there are also cases emerged in Indonesia regarding the Netflix content that was deemed to not meet the TV broadcasting standards for KPI. It's the Indonesian Broadcasting Commission until the issue arose that Netflix content would be finally be monitored. And the third is the customer or followers of Netflix. And currently, Netflix has 28 million active followers on Instagram, which is where these Netflix followers have a great enthusiasm as well in following information about the films that later they will appear on a Netflix. From there, it can be seen from their giving likes, giving comments, or share the post with the others, thus making the Netflix name more widely known. And the last one is the price, and we know that the target market of Netflix is for the people who likes to watch movies or series. However, it can be said that the right target for Netflix is for people who like to watch the movies, but also they are willing to pay for a subscription because we know that the price of the plan is quite expensive depending on certain countries. For example, I put it here. There's a comparison between Netflix US and Netflix Indonesia. It's quite different. And this can cause delays in the sustainability process for subscribing because the customers are burdened by the price. And it also may affect Netflix by losing their customers because nowadays people are selling their accounts to another person to be accessed within a certain period of time. So instead of Netflix get the money, and the money goes to the person who sell their accounts. And yeah, so that is my explanation, and then Kashin will be explaining about the key issue and opportunities. Time and place is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Kashin and I will be presenting about Netflix's key issues and opportunities. As it is mentioned earlier, the increasing number of competitors might lead Netflix user to try this new company streaming platform. Moreover, those brand new company is in the peak of promoting their product, so they will try a lot of ways to attract people, for example, by giving promos, discount, or free trial. We can take an example from Disney Plus. Disney Plus Hotstar now in Indonesia is cooperating with local networking company, which is Telkomsel, by giving Telkomsel users a free access to Disney Plus. On the other hand, we also have Apple TV Plus, which give 3 months free trial for Apple buyers. So for each purchase of Apple product, they will get 3 months of free trial to access Apple TV Plus. This kind of promos that never have been done by Netflix will lead to the shifting of Netflix user from Netflix to use these two brand new company. Despite all of those challenges, Netflix is still leading in this subscription-based streaming company. There are several values that Netflix offered and still unreachable by the competitor. The first one is the variety of movie option. Since Netflix is started a long time ago, so they have a lot of movie option for Netflix users. And the second one is market expansion. By 2021, Netflix is available in 190 countries around the world. And by this huge market, it helps Netflix gaining their profit. And to keep the market, Netflix also has started producing movies from the local countries that they are available in. That's all from me. Next will be presented by Nazia. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nazina Faiza and I'm going to explain about the key stakeholders. The first key stakeholders that we are going to discuss is customers. Customers is the high priority in Netflix. The concerns that happen in these stakeholders are high price for the subscriptions and contents do not meet the demands and cultures. Recommended communications for these concerns are: first, assure the customers that it is the company mission to create high-quality content. Subscriptions price go up due to meet the demand of investors and shareholders to earn consistently, so Netflix needs to adjust the price. Other than that, Netflix wants to provide content both originally and licensed of the highest quality, which make the value of the product increase that leads to increases in price. The second recommended communication is communicate with customers and understand their wants. By studying and analyzing customer desire or wants, Netflix can have a service or a product that initially attracts new subscriber and current subscriber. It is also done so that Netflix can create contents that will satisfy the subscriber. The second stakeholder is shareholders. Shareholders also is the high priority. The concern that happen in this stakeholder is concerns about the decrease in net income due to cost of new expansions. When expanding a business, it costs a lot. It will be a concern for shareholders as they profit from the earnings from Netflix via stock returns. The recommended communications is communicate the expansions with the shareholders and explain the benefits. Netflix needs to report and explain its expansion strategy to shareholders. They could send a letter explaining that it will cost Netflix in the short term, but the expansions would lead to a large global opportunity. As the product or the service becomes more popular globally, the new market will grow and gain more revenue. Thus will lead Netflix stock will offer a greater return than its competitor. The third stakeholder is employee. Employee is the low priority in Netflix. The concern that happen is concern about working culture. Working culture is very important for employees. If the company does not have a good culture and environment, the employee will not be more productive. The recommended communication is assure the employees that Netflix support them in whatever they do. As Netflix values integrity, respect, and inclusion, Netflix has a good culture for employees. Netflix is a company that works more flexibly and stimulating within the organizations. That is why Netflix uses anti-rules philosophy and provide more freedom for employees. The fourth stakeholder is management. Management is also high priority in Netflix. Management is one of the high priority because they are in control of Netflix policies and strategy. The concern is about cost of producing original contents and how it's grows. In producing original contents, of course, a lot of cost must be incurred. A few years ago, Netflix only buys TV program cents. But in an effort to expand their business, they start to create new contents for customers. However, with different preference from customers, they are worried about their unattractive and growing content. The recommended communication is increase market share to increase income and manage relationship with customers. Increasing market share or even opening it might be a good step in increasing revenue. For this reason, Netflix can continue to promote its services to potential customers. Not only that, but it also important to maintaining relationship with current subscribers. It is done so they continue to subscribe to Netflix for the next month or maybe the next year, because more subscriptions means more money for Netflix. The fifth stakeholders is media. Media is the low priority in Netflix. The concern that happens is Netflix reputations in public. The recommended communications is partnership with other media channels. Netflix needs to partner with other media channels to continue growing. Currently, there are already partnership in the form of licensing from TV channels to gain access to their show, but it will be a nice and a good step if Netflix did a partnership with more media channels. The last stakeholders is competitors. Competitors is the low priority in Netflix. The concern that happens is about other competitors rise and try to gain more viewers and a larger market share. The recommended communication is focused on adding new features that consumers need. As stated earlier, Netflix is trying to understand the will of customers, therefore focusing on adding or improving features in the products or services can be done. This development will add more values and performance to Netflix products. The second recommended communication is match or exceed what competitors are offering. If competitors are trying to create something new, Netflix must also be able to balance and even exit them. Increased competition means Netflix needs to continuously step up its games to ensure it has good quality content and plenty. Thank you.
Thank you, Nazia, for your explanation. Hi everyone, my name is Guardiola Nababan, but you can call me Dio. Today I'm going to articulate a communication objective that would show you the gap between how Netflix perceives itself and how the public perceives it. First, let's take a look at how Netflix thinks about itself. According to the explanations by my teammates before, we already know that Netflix is considered as the market leader of the streaming business. This is not a surprise because they have been operating since 1997, which also makes them a pioneer for other similar businesses along the way. Next, let's see what the public thinks of Netflix. According to an article from Forbes magazine written by Enrique Dans, published on January 13th earlier this year, Netflix is considered as a solid leader compared to other streaming services such as HBO Max and Disney+. He even stated that it remains to be seen whether movie theaters could be able to compete, and as the solid leader of streaming services, it's possible that Netflix could run the movie theater industry out of business. Now, we can finally see the gap between the two perspectives, and the results are quite similar to each other. Both sides consider Netflix as a leader to some extent, even so that they are dominating the industry. Thank you for your attention. If you have any feedbacks, please comment down below. Once again, thank you for listening to our presentation and see you next time.